Hey everyone, it's Dave from Easy Solutions. Today I'm going to walk you through the digital to-do list tracker. This tracker is available on my Etsy shop, and I will leave the link in the description. Let's dive right in. So this is the digital to-do list tracker demo. It's included in your purchase. When you make the purchase, there will be this demo workbook with already completed mock data, and also you'll receive a blank template. So just to walk you through the template really quick, you have the setup tab, and then you have 5 to-do list tabs. So each of these tabs represent a pre-made to-do list. You can see that the last four to-do lists are blank, but to-do list number 1 is completed with mock data, and I'm going to walk you through the process from start to finish on how to update your to-do list. So first things first, just to mention, you can see that each of these tabs are called to-do list. And on the setup tab, you also have a section for each tab. So this section, to-do list 1, is where you'll enter your task categories, statuses, and priorities for the to-do list 1 tab. And same with to-do list 2 section, the inputs flow through to the to-do list 2 tab. And really quick, you can see if you change the name of this tab to personal, say you want to create a personal to-do list, and you change the name of this tab to work, say you want to create a work to-do list, you can see that on the setup tab, these sections update for you. So you can see here now it's changed to work. And this is where you will enter your categories, statuses, and priorities for your work to-do list. And you can see that up here, the to-do list 1 changed to personal. And this is where you would enter your category statuses and priorities for your personal to-do lists. So now let's walk through an example set up for you with this mock data. So you can see here that I inputted several categories, tasks, statuses, and priorities. And you have the option to enter up to 20 of each for each to-do list. So once you enter your category, statuses, and priorities, now we can dive into the to-do list itself. So the way this to-do list tab works is you have 4 tables. The first table, the digital to-do list tracker, is where you'll make your edits. You'll update your tasks, you'll update your categories, your priorities, your start dates, your task statuses. And the other 3 tables, they automatically compute and pull from your digital to-do list tracker. So the only table that you need to update here is the blue table. And then the other 3 tables will update automatically based on the data that you input. So let's just walk through an example of adding a new to-do list item. Let's say we need to call the doctor today. So this is where we enter our task. And just for your reference, only white cells in this table require your data entry. The light gray cells have drop-down lists for you to select, and the dark gray cell computes automatically. So after we enter our task, we select our category, and you can see that the categories that are showing up as options to select are categories from the setup tab in this personal section. So let's select call the doctor today, personal, and let's give it a priority of urgent. And let's put in today's date is the start date. As since it's due today, let's also put in today's date. And task status, let's, if there's not one here that you don't like, we can add a new one. So for status, we could say, if we want to add a status to do today, and now we can see that in the drop-down list, it shows up as an option. And it looks like in our days until due column, it's showing 0 because based on what we entered, the due date is today. So if we made the due date tomorrow, you can see that there's 1 day until due. So this is how you enter all of your tasks. And then the last thing is when you're completely finished with the task, you select yes, and the entire row, the entire task automatically crosses out for you so that you can see easily that it's done. All right, so once you update the table, like I said, these 3 tables update for you automatically. They all work the same. The only difference is the lead assumption on these tables. So this table, the summary of tasks by status, is led by the status. This table, the summary of tasks by category, is led by the category, and same with the priority table. On the top of each of these tables is a dashboard and several slicers that are already set up for you. So the slicers basically filter and sort the data for you really easily, so you can dive into the detail and look for the tasks that you want to see. So for instance, if we select a status of in progress, we can see the table filters for only in progress tasks. And say we're looking for in progress tasks that have a category of family. We just select the family, and now we can see this data. Say we want to see family and personal. What we just do is hold down Control and also hit personal, and we can see that the table updates automatically. And now say that we want to change the status and just look at 25, 50, and 75% done. We just select those and the table updates automatically. So it's pretty great. The table refreshes really quickly. The slicers work on top of each other. So if you have 25, 50, and 75% selected, you're only going to see categories that have a status of 25, 50%, and 75%. You're not going to see a category that does not have one of these statuses. To clear the filter, all you do is click the little red X on the top of each filter, and now you can see all of your data again. And like I said, these tables work the same, except the lead here is the category. So say we want to look for vacation tasks, it look like there's only one. And this table works the same as well, the summary of tasks by priority. Lastly, real quick, the dashboard on the top of these tables, the total tasks just shows you the total number of tasks for what you have selected. So if you have selected 25% done, you can see that you have 8 tasks. And this little dashboard here, if you want to select a category, say vacation, it looks like there's 0, but let's see if we select personal. We can see that there's 4 tasks with a category of personal and priority. You could also make a selection from the drop down, which is pulling from the setup tab. And if we want to see priority of today, it looks like there's 0, but if we want to see priority of end of week, it looks like there's 4. And also there is a little dashboard set up for you on the top of the digital to-do list tracker. So essentially you just select from the drop-down list a status, a priority, and a category, and it shows you the number of tasks related to each of those status, priority, and categories. So if we look at that task that we just added, the to do today, the status of to do today, if we want to see to do today in the status to do today, we can see that there's 1 here. And each, again, just to mention one more time, each of these tabs work the same on these 5 to-do lists that are created for you. And that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed the demo. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks. Bye.